refresh the page. Try again if the problem persists. Oh, it must have been a connection. Everyone else is still being recorded. Refresh. Saw the issue. Let me see if it came back up.
I'm gonna go dark for 30 seconds.
Okay. I think we back. Yeah, we back. Okay, yeah, we back live. Yeah, man, I don't know what happened, man.
So we are.
We still winging it out, man. I don't know what happens to the live, but we back. I don't know what happened.
No worries. No worries. Just let it ride, man. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't even know. I've lost it on my computer here. You got anybody's comments pulled up, or are we still?
Let me see.
Is it back to live? I don't even know. My computer's slow as crap right now. I should pull it up on my phone. That'd be easier.
All right. Yeah, we just gonna have to tweak it. I'm gonna have to bring my box up here, my modem box.
All right, there we go. I'll just do it off my phone. I'll read the comments off my phone. Well, sorry about that, guys. We are back live. Feel free to drop any comments. Welcome back, Brad.
Brad actually doing good. He's one of the low key guys. He don't say too much. He don't post too much. He just goes do his work in and out. I like Brad.
Brad's the man. Yeah,
cool. I like people like that. Him, Jimmy is one cool too. Yeah, he's cool. He don't mind giving out information.
Yeah, we need more of that, man. We got to stop like guarding our information as if like somebody didn't teach it to you first. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We share the wealth, man. Like,
you
start telling somebody something, they're going to tell you something, and you're going to figure out.
Yeah.
That's how we figure things out, man.
Yeah.
And in a world of YouTube, you're not hiding anything from freaking anybody that anybody can't already go out there and find.
Yeah.
So stop being a bitch. Sorry for that. Like,
nah, you good. say what you want to say. Yeah. Right. Especially if it's gonna make you some money. Can't keep it. Can't have it all, man. Can't have it all. That was one of the reasons why I made the page, man. I was in HVAC Full Life, and I just didn't like how they was. I made a post, and then it was just so many people on there.
A lot of haters
saying whatever, man. So I ended up making this page, and it went viral. So just keep it going. People get answers in there, so I don't have no issues. And I like the fact that it's a lot of small guys in there because you got some private groups with big guys and stuff like that, but a lot of small guys from all around the world. We put our minds in, man, that'll outweigh all that stuff, because some people do have answers, some people do have experience, and some people don't mind.
Yeah, and I can almost guarantee you somebody's seen whatever the hell just stumped you up, man. Like, we've all ran into some crap that you're like, what? That goes against all like rules of physics and everything. Somebody's been across that, and somebody has actually solved that problem. So
you said the live cut out that I missed out on the virus.
Oh, okay.
No, you ain't missed nothing. The only thing we said was just be a student to the game and learn what you need to learn. You have YouTube, you got HVAC is Life, you got a lot of stuff. Chat GPT, you got a lot of things that you can study. You can buy the books if you don't have. Let me show you right here. Let me show you the book. Like, I keep my books on me. Like, you should have this book. Like, it's only cost you maybe about $100 or something like that. The refrigeration book when you was in school, modern refrigeration. Like, crack it open and teach yourself. It's everything is in a book, man. Like it's simple, man. All you got to do.
What edition you got there? Which edition is that?
I got the 22 edition.
Oh so man, okay. I'm pretty sure I tested on the 14th edition. I think it is.
Yeah, this the latest. And
like one. It still tells you to check gas pressure.
You know what's crazy? They finna come out with the A2L. This one got A2L in it as well.
Okay.
But they coming out with another one for the. I don't know, man. They always switching up the books, man. I know they're coming out with the 2026 one soon. So,
well, Amon over there, over in Pennsylvania, learn your order of operations, man. Everything runs off the order of operations. So, boom, we went through, induced draft butter igniter, and for some reason, she didn't come on. You immediately know the gas valve should have triggered right there. And so, let's figure out why in the hell the gas valve didn't trigger. Once you know your order of operations, everything else kind of just falls into place, and then you can like dial in from there. But learn electric and gas order of operations, and you'll be golden.
There was another guy that asked something. He said, I think I had answered his question. He was right after him. Oh, he said, I've been in residential, and he was debating whether start his own business or go commercial maintenance with a good pension or something like that or something. Man, I'm telling everybody go commercial. Go commercial, man. Not a lot of people are doing commercial. So what's going to happen when these guys retire and they need some other people to step in? If nobody's doing commercial, then I don't know what to say, because everybody's trying to run to residential, prancing around, looking nice, looking clean shirt, and flipping tools. It's more than we need. We need refrigeration guys. We need some commercial guys. It's a demand. Like, people are complaining right now in the residential field about getting hours. People are complaining about being sales driven. Like, they don't teach you anything. They want you to sell. Commercial, you got more of a dog in the fight, because nobody's going to spend $50,000 to $100,000 on a new unit just because it's broke. They're going to want you to try to fix it.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer, if I was to do it over again, I would have went commercial, honestly. Dealing with too many damn homeowners.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to like crawl over some like dirty clothes.
That's what I'll probably say. Go back to commercial. I would have probably went commercial first, and then once I went to residential, been a cakewalk. Then, like I say, you got a lot of guys out here who are hybrids. I would see myself as a hybrid. Yeah. So that's the best way.
I mean, I dealt with a lot of decent sized. Actually, I dealt with some commercial stuff that was technically out of my ability, because I had a limited journeyman license, which I think goes up to 25 tons. But I still worked on some stuff that was over that. But yeah, if I was to do it all over again, dude, like, it kind of depends on if you're a people person too. So the thing I love about commercial is it's like you just show up on site and be like, I'm up there, and you just go to work.
Yeah.
Whereas as opposed to, you got to go have this full blown conversation and explain it to the homeowner while you're standing in their filth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, man, like, I can't tell you how many times
commercial is more laid back. You probably don't even really see them that many people throughout the day. If
100%. Yeah. And then it's more of like, all the calls are like longer too. And it's more of a kind of setting up for kind of like an install. That's what I liked about the installs. You get everything off the truck and you're kind of set up for the day, making it happen. And then you're
going to be there for that time period.
Yeah. Instead of having to pull everything off the truck 10 times. And but I mean, they both do have their pluses and their minuses. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Everything got their pluses. And don't limit to, supermarket refrigeration. A lot of guys, they keep you busy, especially if you ain't got no kids or anything like that. They keep you busy. Somebody got to fix the supermarket. I just went to borrow some groceries. If nobody fixing it, then I don't know. We ain't gonna have no fresh milk. It's so much, man.
That means basically on call both directions. Is what he's saying.
I heard about that. They keep you on call. Crazy.
Yeah, some of that refrigeration stuff could be some major on call stuff. But on call sucks. I'm not gonna lie. There's no way to fluff that one really.
I remember my first time on call, man. I didn't know for left or right by the time I was done. It was late night, and I was working for a big company. I think it was Service Experts at the time when they was buying up all the companies, man. They had me running after hours. I was working from sun up to sundown. Because they got a lot, especially if you work for a big company, they got a lot of clientele, especially if you're doing 5 mil or more, you got to have a lot of clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing too. So like, but beyond just niching down between residential and commercial, it's like, what size of business are you going to go work at? Personally, I'd like to work at the one that's like 10 to 20 employees, not like 500 employees personally, but
you learning the right way, man. Duct work, sheet metal, over and over until you could progress and get the job that you want. And then once it'll, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, it'll come to full circles. If you go the route that you're going down as far as doing installs, duct work and stuff like that, it may be feel like you want to do something else because you see other people doing it, but man, you doing it the right way. Shit, like we said, we both, all of us, most of us, the good guys, we all started up doing duct work, doing it over and over throughout the year, and then we just progress. If anything, I would probably find a company that's willing to have you do, like I say, a hybrid company that you do multiple things instead of just one thing.
Yeah, definitely. If a sheet metal's holding you up, it's the repetition of doing the same thing. Go to a smaller company. I would recommend going to a smaller company because then they will be forced to have you do more things.
Yeah.
Because if they have 500 techs, they're like, they have a guy that can specialize in this and specialize in that. But if they've only got like 5 techs out there,
yeah, you'd be doing it.
Well, 4 techs are out there or 3 techs are running a call. One of them called in sick today. Hey, go over here and figure this thing out. Like that's literally how you put more stuff on your plate. There is you just be in a position to go do it.
He said there's so much learned stuff is changing. What equipment do you install? What brand? Nowadays, it's about who give you the best relationship.
Yep.
I don't see people who've been installing Carrier system now. They installing Goodman systems now. It is about demand, man. It's really about demand and supply and demand. That's the number one thing about
you nailed it right there too. It's all about the relationship, man. Like if you can find a good distributor, I don't really care what their product is. If they're a good distributor, they stand behind it. If you have a dead unit, whether it be Goodman, Concord, or freaking Train or whatever, if you have a distributor that's going to stand behind it and actually do the right thing, it doesn't matter what brand it is. And every location is going to be different on which brand is the best because of that.
Yeah. Everybody get a different experience when they speak about brand. You could look at the brands. When you make a comment like that in a Facebook group, everybody's experience is different.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yep. One of them will say this is the best thing ever, and another will say it's the worst.
Nowadays, it's getting even worse. I think they just doing stuff to see how far they could pull the contractors. Because nowadays you got brand new fucking units. It's bad. They won't even warranty out, or they give you some type of excuse, and now you just out there swinging.
So see, now that's where the distributor comes in handy. Yeah. I realize that it still like goes all the way back to the manufacturer and whatnot.
Yeah.
But a lot of times the distributor will eat some of these costs. Yeah. They'll force it. They'll be like, no, I don't give a crap what you say, manufacturer. This thing had a dead compressor on startup. We're replacing the entire unit. And so like, you find a good distributor.
The ones that you keep, because if not, then you're gonna have to come out that $1,000, $2,000 to buy the equipment and wait on the warranty later on, even if they even do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, some manufacturers do flat out suck, and that makes the distributors suck. But
yeah,
roll with them, talk to your distributor and see who you like. I know Climate Master was always a pain in the ass for us. That any sort of warranty crap, Climate Master, those geothermals, they were always a freaking pain. We always had to keep like a compressor die or something, or like an evaporator coil or something. We always had to keep it for like 90 days in the shop, because as soon as you throw it away, they'll be like, oh, well, you need it back, and we're not going to give you your money for it.
Oh yeah, and that's
100%, Joe. I recommend wearing booties in every single house that you go to, even though it looks stupid, even though it feels stupid, and even though you think it's a completely stupid thing. the cost of booties on your feet and the image that it sets for your business about you actually care about the customer's home, and you actually, and even when they tell you, don't worry about putting those booties on, put them on anyway, because it just speaks volumes about your business and how you take care of business. And that will make them not quite look so hard at all the other crap that you're doing, because you're doing this one simple thing that nobody else does when they walk in their home.
I think why I wear booties, man, I had a client, shoes dirty as hell, muddy. Wasn't even paying attention because I wasn't even thinking nothing of it. Walked on the carpet. She seen the shoe print. I had to pay for a whole car cleaning her carpets. And ever since then, I've been wearing booties everywhere I go. Even if the house could be stacked with trash, I'm gonna put my booties on.
100%. Half the time, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I put the booties on to protect my shoes. That one that I stepped in dog crap in, I stepped in dog crap while I had booties on my feet.
Yeah, clients respect it if you just show, Sean, because you in these people's house, you got to show some type of respect before you enter the door,
Yep.
I'll be smelling like.
I also don't go to the bathroom in their house, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of units you installing over there these days, Willie?
ICP and Ream.
Okay. ICP and Ream, huh? Okay.
Yeah. With bakers, because my bakers look like you said, everybody do different. Because some people say they could get different units from Johnstone. Only thing Johnstone sellers is in my area is Goodman and Daikin. Okay. But some people say they could get other brands from Johnstone.
Yeah, the Daikin's a big one over here. They also, what else do they? I feel like they sell York here.
See, I think somebody said that. I think we only have one dealer that does York in Charlotte.
Besides, I mean, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But I think I had to use Johnstone once to get a York compressor.
I'm not a fan of York, and I know one of my followers has he's in a York. He's not probably looking at this thing, but he's in meeting for York. They flew him out to the factory and stuff like that. So he's a big York. He loves York, but I can't stand York.
No, I do not like,
especially for the parts. The parts is outrageous. They got their own type of numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a York fan. I've never been a York fan, honestly, all the way back to them freaking plastic mesh things that you had to pull off them things and all that crap. Like, I don't know. York's just, I look at them like, they're kind of like, I look at them kind of like the Coleman. I mean, I realize that they're basically the same, but like kind of like a mobile home unit. Like, it's kind of a piece of junk that's my take. Don't take it personally. That's just my thoughts on it.
Coleman is I remember Coleman.
Yeah, we did a lot of mobile home stuff around here.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like mobile home stuff, man. I actually enjoy working on a mobile home, man. Usually like the furnace is right on the inside of the back door there, and then the condenser is just like right on the other side. Every once in a while you got to crawl, but for the most part.
I worked on quite a few. I started doing air temp, but that's the worst unit you could possibly put in.
I don't have any experience.
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what Ari Michaels.
See, cube units, Joe. Do you know what a cube unit is? You're talking like an aux box or something? What are we talking? What's a cube unit, Joe?
Andrew say Carrier is my brand choice. That boy loves some Carrier. Ain't nothing wrong with that, dog. You stand behind the brand. I used to go before they built that building, man. I used to mess with Carrier down there. He's down in Columbia, where I came from, Andrew.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he was working for the company, the last company I used to work for before they sold the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was a technician. I was an installer, but they would never let me go to service tech. I always come in the wife office like, let me do service. This was like this was in between the time when I had started my business And what happened? I had a pickup truck, a Ford pickup truck with 2 doors, Ford Ranger, stick shift.
Yeah.
I tell everybody the same story. When I brought that car, that truck, I didn't know how to drive a stick. And the guy who sold it to me, he's like, because I was finna leave here, like, man, I don't know how to drive no stick, man. I ain't about to buy this. He took me to his apartment, and in front of his apartment was the mall. He took me to the mall parking lot, say, hey, he showed me how to take it out of neutral, put it in, press the gas, and all this like that. So he convinced me to buy it. I brought it, drove it maybe about 30, 40 minutes home. I think I stalled out probably about 3 or 4 times. Until I learned really how to learn and drive it. But I ended up getting because I started I wouldn't recommend what I did running my business to anybody. That's why I have a relentless attitude, because I went in the forest and came out with the lion.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because I had no experience. 100%. I didn't have no clients. I was just like, man, I'm gonna start my business, man. What's End up getting a title loan on the truck and got it hauled out my house. Remember waking up in the morning, truck gone. I'm like, then I remember I ain't paid that title. That was my second repo. Repo. My second and my last repo. That's why I pay for all my vehicles. If I could pay it all the way out, I pay it all the way out. I hate to owe anybody.
Right.
I remember that day they stole my torches and everything, man. I was sad that day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst part, honestly. Yeah. Usually the tools in the truck are worth more than the truck itself.
And then I tried to wing it out with no car. I had it's funny. I had a car from my mom friend. It was I think it's either a Lexus or something like that. One of them rectangle cars. The head gasket was blown. So I would go to a call, pitting water in that thing, had my tools in it. It was overheat, had to park it. Man, I did some crazy things until it finally clunk out.
Yeah.
And then my last resort was getting dropped off. This was before Uber. I used to call my friend, pay him some money. He dropped me. I had a bucket. I had a tote bucket full of my tools in it. Going to a client house trying to do a service call.
Now that's going hard, man. That's making it happen, dude. Yeah. And that's what you got to do that in business. If you start a business, it doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. You have to force your way into the market. Like you really do. Joe over here says regular units versus side discharge. I'm gonna give my answer, but are you ready? Are you ready for your answer?
Yeah, you go.
I'm gonna say old school, but to be perfectly honest, actually, you give me like a Train XE1000, man, and we're solid, dude. I'll get got a PSC motor inside and a freaking piston. Don't have to worry about TXB failure, none of that crap. Give me one of those. However, if we're talking about clients, I do actually love the inverter stuff because of the advanced comfort factors that we can provide with, and especially with. Now, all the professional, all the specialists, all that stuff are going to tell me full of shit. But especially when you end up with all these scabbed together pieces of crap ductwork systems that we have, the homeowner can't spend another $10,000, $15,000 for you to redo the entire ductwork system. So you go inverter, we got variable speed blower, all that good stuff in there, and we can deliver a lot better comfort for these people. So that's my take. But if it was my house, I'm putting like a Train XE1000 or one of those old Ream dudes with the push button.
Restart.
yeah. That high pressure switch push button, man. Like those are great, and that would be my number one. But literally, as soon as you turn the water hose off, it's already dirty again. That's my main complaint with the Reams.
What's going on, Mark? My guy, keep it cooling. I like his videos. Cool dude. You're a cool dude, Mark. Keep it cooling. And he don't care. He'll know. I respect him because he'll look at a unit that's fucked up and he'll troubleshoot it all the way through and explain it to a client. I could just look at like, man, you could tell a unit that you don't want to work on it. Like, ain't no way in hell they're gonna fit it.
And 90% of the time it's because the customer's already touched it and tried to work
with it. But Mark, he'll troubleshoot it all the way with the client and show him. I respect him. That's how you earn the client.
Dude, I had to call a guy like completely rewired his system. The damn thing wouldn't work, so he thought rewiring it perfectly what was working yesterday would.
I had a few of those.
Oh yeah, I basically just ripped all the wiring out and just did it from scratch, man.
He said, especially communicating systems. All right, Andrews. We're gonna be doing them $30,000-$40,000 jobs.
I mean, I like a communicating system. They're good. I like the fact that they can send me an email and say, "Hey, by the way, their system's not working too good. You should give them a call." Yeah. Some of those systems are freaking sweet, man.
And it's something you could put on the system to tell you that.
So with Trane, I was a Trane guy. Actually, I've got like maybe a Trane hat back here, but I dealt with Trane like my whole career, and they have on their communicating systems. You install the 850 thermostat. Mm-hmm. And it will, you basically plug in your dealer information in it.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as it registers an error, so it's communicating about all the crap. It's got sensors and all that stuff that are also communicating.
Yeah.
Well, the sensors themselves aren't communicating, but the board communicates the sensor faults.
Yeah.
And it'll flat out send you an email and be like, we've cycled 5 times this hour and that's not normal. Or, hey, the blower's been running at such and such and such and such. So like,
I get what you're
saying.
Then
a lot of times you can call up the customer and be like, hey, by the way, it looks like you might have an issue. And that a lot of times I don't even know about it yet. And so you're catching it before that 5 o'clock freaking service call comes in.
I had a guy it's a few guys that's been doing it, trying to sell us thermostats that do the same thing like that. That'll give you alert.
Yeah, that Nuve or whatever.
They kept going on my phone with that one.
I'm not 100% sold on that yet. I've got a client who's installs them currently. I'm not 100% sold on that yet. I messaged that Ishmael guy and told him to send me a thermostat just because why not ask? But he was trying to give out thermostats one day. I was like, dude, send me a thermostat. I don't do HVAC work anymore, but I would love to install it on my house and see. You know, see
I had one of the reps explaining to me a little bit on how it works and stuff like that, which it makes sense. But I think another person who had came out with it. So I was like, well, how do you make it? Shit, I'm all about how is it done? Like, you know, but I get the concept.
Yeah, I mean, once you connect it to the Wi-Fi, you can pretty much do anything at that point in time. At that point, it's just programming.
Yeah.
But they can, from my understanding, they can do some pretty cool stuff. Like you can send marketing reminders and kind of crap.
Yeah,
like
to the thermostat.
Like flat out on the thermostat, be like, hey, by the way, you're due for us to come out and clean your system up. And stuff. Like that could be kind of cool. At the same time, you know, I feel like everybody's getting freaking ads nonstop and marketing nonstop. So where do we call it? You know, where do we say that's probably pushing hard enough? But I don't know. From my understanding, most of the customers don't really have a complaint with it, and that's what my biggest fear of that would be customers being like, I don't want to see your business logo on my thermostat all day, every day.
Yeah. Said just started out as an installer helper, just passed my 90, waiting for my review. Hope this job. I would 29, which I just started at 20. Man, it's all good, man. Everybody start at their own pace, man. Everybody get into the game differently, man. I done had people who was 14, 13 getting into it. So, man, like I say, it don't matter what age you get into it. It's just how you process your time, how much time you willing to put into this, and how much you want to, like, just like how you go to the gym. You want to lose weight, you go to the gym, you work out, you eat right. HVAC, you go get in the books, you know what I'm saying? You learn from your mistakes, you ask questions. Same thing. It's the same thing.
And you got to do it on your own time, man. If you want to be something special, if you want to be that expert, or you want to be something in the next 5 years with this, like, you can't just expect somebody to pay you an hourly wage while you try to learn all this crap. Like, you should be going out on your own time and just filling your head with as much information as possible. Now, don't go too far and like go down rabbit holes and stuff. Like, you should be doing it towards stuff that actually applies to your business
that matters,
as well.
yeah.
But yeah, like, we can go like really down into a rabbit hole of some thermodynamics and stuff that you won't actually use.
Yeah.
But Blue On is the technology app. Yeah, that used to be a great app. I'm not gonna lie, that was my favorite back in the day. I believe that it's all got cost and crap associated with it.
Yeah, they done did it, man. That
was awesome when they first came out.
Yeah, because they integrated with how it's called Pro. Well, it was integrated, but now you got to pay an extra fee for it. So
okay,
yeah.
Everything's about that money, man. It's all about that money.
I wish I had my tags and had a little Ching sign on.
Right.
Yeah, man. Anything about money, man. Shit. Can't even turn which way, man.
Is it possible to build? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is it possible to build a business on just commercial maintenance and service? And Steven, my first answer would be, depends on where you're at. Your geographic location is highly important on whether you can specialize in something. For instance, my area right here, I've got about 10,000 potential customers around me. I cannot specialize in an HVAC. I cannot niche down further in HVAC and still successfully make it. If you are in a location like Willie over here, 100%, you should specialize in something. So if you specialize and you niche down in commercial maintenance or commercial service, 100% go for it. Just it is going to be geographic 100% of the way, because
I didn't realize that till I started talking to different owners. Like seeing where they're located at, which like it really does depend on where you're at. Because you got
100%.
some towns that the population is not there, maybe the money is not there. It definitely, what he said is spot on. What Mark said is spot on.
Yeah, I mean, some of these areas too, like if you don't niche down, you're screwed, because they're so overly saturated with HVAC companies that are all like residential HVAC company. Whereas, you know, say for instance, we go to like Dallas, Texas, there's like 5,000 HVAC companies around Dallas, Texas that all say that they do residential, you know, replacements and residential repairs, blah, blah, blah. If you niche down in an area like that, so say you go to doing just ductless systems, say you go to doing just indoor air quality, you can absolutely crush it. Like they say, the riches are in the niches. And this holds true if the population is there to support a niche.
You know what's crazy? I just made a post about that this morning about a guy that he specialized in mini splits. So that's all he do is in mini splits in Florida. It's a call for it. Everybody, people want mini splits. So that's 100%. All he do all day, mini splits. He know his bottom dollar, he know his profit, he know everything off of every job he does. So he stopped chasing all those calls and just found his niche and specialized in that certain area.
And what's really awesome about that is once you specialize in something like that, nobody else can touch you. And the reason nobody else can touch you is because you're touching the exact same thing every single day. And so these other companies, maybe they're touching it once a month, once a week, something like that. So the how quick you can get the experience in that specialty will dramatically catapult your business of whatever you're doing.
He says Florida, where I'm at, saturated market. Everybody say Florida is a saturated market. I would probably say ain't nothing for a guy to get in his pickup truck and charge it up and then go on about his business.
Yeah, I mean, saturated market is actually a good thing. That means that there's obviously money to be had there. Otherwise, there wouldn't be that many people. And so that just further reiterates that I think you should niche down in an overly saturated market, because you know everybody does resident or AC repair. Like anybody can freaking do AC repair. Anybody can put AC repair out there. But
what's up, Matt? He said, I've done residential installs. I just don't want to do them anymore. I want to focus on service only. Where you located at? Where you located? That's the biggest thing. Where are you located?
He's in Texas.
He's in Texas? Oh, he's in Texas.
And that also, where at in Texas though? Texas is a big place.
Yeah, Texas is big. I drove when I when I flew into Houston. I think I ended up eating some
Dallas.
barbecue. I ended up eating some barbecue with a few guys. They was all different HVAC owners. Then I ended up driving to Dallas. That's a long drive, and it was like real hot. It was real hot. Like in between Houston and Dallas, it's really hot and humid.
Yeah,
Like
it
you could
is.
drive and you could feel the heat rays beaming through the car. Like whoa,
On a bright note, though, on a bright note, you can just like pull a shirt out of the laundry that's all wadded up. You put it on, you walk outside, and it's basically ironed because the humidity is so high. You know,
you say he's in Dallas. Okay.
All right, so he's in Dallas. He's done residential installs. He doesn't want to do them anymore and wants to focus on service only. And that's a hard. I've seen a lot of guys go service only, and I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of hard because like most of the money comes from the install. So the ones that I have seen this working for have either been astronomical service prices. So we're talking like $800 for a capacitor, or and I don't know how well they're doing, to be perfectly honest with you, because I don't know how you can sustain an $800 capacitor, but with clientele and whatnot. But what I've seen them, the other ones that are successful doing is they get a really solid subcontracting crew. And you can make that work, not doing a single damn install, but you should be there for the startup. So make sure that you find a good subcontractor though, because obviously
service
you're a service guy now, right?
Yeah.
So like if the system dies and it was a new install and your subcontractor suck, you're now on the hook for all the service that you have to do now. But yeah, service literally leads to installs, and installs are what, the way I always did it, our pricing is our service. My goal for service department was to pay for all of the overhead and basically just try to break even on service side essentially, but it'd pay for the overhead for the entire business plus break even service side. And then the installs is where like all the profit came from, you know what I mean? Because like we're getting big chunks. And so that's always how I always priced it. Not necessarily the right way, not necessarily the wrong way, but that's always been my take. And I don't know how you sustain a service only business. Dallas, Texas helps.
It could go any way with just doing service. It's going to be a lot of wear and tear on your vans, a lot of moving around because how much money you can make off a service call. If you think about the average service call, you're looking at roughly around 200, max 1,000 average. That's a lot of riding around just to make it, depending on your company size. Is it just you, or is it like it's too many varies with just doing residential. But like he said, you could do just residential, and then say if you're on a call and it turns into an install, you can have a sub crew or just give it out to another company and they just give you a kickback. Yeah.
I mean, you have to have some upsells and stuff in there anyway. So you almost need to be like dialed in on your indoor air quality or something like that, because you're gonna need to come up with some sort of big ticket.
That's what he said. Unless you're good at selling indoor air quality, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, you should be selling indoor air quality anyway. Not gonna lie, like everybody should be breathing properly. Now, what you consider to be indoor air quality products, I'll let you decide that yourself, because everybody has. It needs to be something you believe in, though. You have to believe in it.
Yeah, that would probably be a main goal, as far as service in IAQ, because those are two different categories. Everything got a different category. So if you in the house doing the maintenance, you can offer the IAQ products. But like you said, you got to stand behind the product and believe in it, because nobody's going to buy nothing from you if you don't believe in it. So you got to believe in it.
Yep.
And he probably saying that because he's tired of the wear and tear of installs. That's what most of the guys get tired of when they get a little bit older. Get tired of the everyday banging and slanging of damn install, even though it brings money, but damn sure it tear your whole body apart.
Brad over here says he's 85% maintenance and service within a 30-minute call area. And that's impressive. And I would love to pick your brain about that, Brad. I would love to know how you pull that off. That's impressive. I love it.
Flipping them cars, all it needs is a foot in the door. I can see that working. Ain't that's what what's the name did? What was the guy name from Ranch Group? I think he had a maintenance plan for like $99 or something like that, and he turned those maintenance contracts. Because I got another guy who specializes in maintenance contract, and he does only residential, and
Okay.
he says he always tell me build a good maintenance, but even with if you build it, you're gonna need a team full of people who could catch those maintenance calls in the midst of you running all the rest of the departments as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it is easier to find a maintenance guy. It's easier to train a maintenance guy. So you can
Yeah.
pretty much, depending upon your area. Now I can't here in Oklahoma. I can't just hire a guy and throw him in a truck tomorrow. Some places you can, but I mean, you can hire a lot of maintenance guys really quick, and then upgrade from maintenance to being a full blown service tech. But you do need to train them to actually find the money making stuff because maintenances are not,
Yeah.
inherently profitable.
That would be
Yeah,
another. It's so much darn stuff because even if you train them, you still got to train them to sell. Because when in a client house, they got to flip those calls and convince the client that they need it now or need it done as soon as possible.
yeah. Instead of I never trained my techs to sell. I
Yeah.
trained them to build rapport and
Yeah.
then speak fact. And that's like literally my sales philosophy is here's all this stuff, here's all this stuff that's wrong, but you've built up rapport before you've told them everything that's wrong. So they just believe you. So just walk in the front door and immediately pretty much everybody's living room has something that's like talkable, talk about a bull, if that makes sense. So I walk into a house and he's got a big old fish up on the wall. Like, oh man, where the heck did you catch that one at? And then all of a sudden, like the walls are already lowered. You haven't even looked at his system yet. He already likes you because we talked about this great moment in his life that was great enough that he put the picture on the wall. Like, if you went to talk about this fish right here, I'm going to go on a 10-minute rant about this fish that I caught at Sooner Lake. And at the end of that, you're going to tell me, by the way, your compressor's dead. And I'm be like, all right, well, give me my options. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And the sales like already happened. It was literally
Already.
because you talked about this fish that I got on the wall.
He said this platform is awesome. He said, "What purify y'all believe in?"
Purifier is a strong word. No. What I believe in and what everybody tells me I should believe in are two different things. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna go out here on a limb and I'm gonna rage bait some people, I guess, because everybody, all the specialists tell me I'm gonna kill myself. I love the air scrubber. I love the ozone version of an air scrubber. I have one in my house and I have had one in my house basically since they introduced the first version of the air scrubber. And I'm not going to lie, I have proof pretty much that it works because my kid comes home sick with the flu and no longer does the 6 members in my household get sick. Now it's just the kid that got sick. Before I got my air scrubbers, literally every single person in my house, it would just go down the line like dominoes. We're all falling down sick at some point in time. I also love the smell of ozone in the morning. And I've posted that before because of the napalm thing. But I love the smell of ozone, man. When I go to I walk back to the back of my house and it's usually stronger back there because of my duct. I've got a downflow.
I would probably say
I love that smell.
I'll probably say for him, just do your research. Do your research, find a product that fits for you, study it. Because when you're in front of these clients, you got to explain to them why because people don't know. People think HVAC is just the HVAC system. People don't even know about ductwork. They think HVAC is just the equipment. That's it. So explaining an IAQ to a person like, well, what is that? I don't understand. You have to learn your product, learn what you're selling. Yep. Anybody, you could put anything in there, but if you don't know what the hell you're selling, it's pointless. So definitely learn what the product and learn what you're selling, and definitely believe into it. He said we did 2 maintenances and do 99 and killed it, but you'll attract them cheap customers. Now you lying about that? You do attract cheap customers. But the thing about the maintenance though, it's still an opportunity. What's better than sitting at home? Even if it's a cheap client. I done had people that I thought was cheap, and the whole time they weren't cheap, and the people that I thought was rich, they didn't have it. So
Yeah.
I don't really judge books by a cover. Of course, you might get some cheap ones, but at least it was an opportunity. You got to think about the opportunity. Most of the time, we don't get the opportunity. So I use maintenance as an opportunity. No companies really make money. I don't care if you're doing $200, $300 contracts. You don't make money off maintenance. You make it off when they call you when there's an issue, or when you're on site doing the cleaning and you find something. That's the only two things.
Yep. Maintenance is get your foot in the door, and maintenance is to keep and lock in a customer for long term so that you do get to the install at some point in time.
I would probably say maintenance is a good thing for small guys because most of us are not paying for leads. We're not on AngelList. We're not doing all that paying Google Verified and paying Google. So if you're not doing that and spending XYZ that these other companies are spending, you definitely need to amp up your maintenance contracts.
Now, here's a question for you. Do you do annual or do you do monthly billing?
I do annually, but someone told me to do monthly, so I might end up switching over to monthly to keep it, simple. But then I got a guy now that I'm gonna do an interview with. He's in Raleigh. He know a little bit about software and stuff like that. So on his plan, you don't pay up front. You only pay when he come and do the visit. So you sign up, have your information entered in, and he come there, and he don't charge you until the end. So people be already on the books.
Yeah, I mean that's how we used to do it back in the day. But I'm kind of strong in the
monthly
billing a monthly thing, man. They set it and forget it kind of thing, and then you just give them a call when you're available. Come spring, come fall, and it's
most of the guys tell me they got the maintenance plan that they do monthly. It's more easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can give both options. In all honesty,
and you could just depending on
you could just make the either the monthly more expensive technically or the annual more expensive. Originally,
that's what everybody do with subscriptions. The yearly be cheaper than the monthly.
Yeah. No, so originally I said that in one of the groups, and somebody said that they had actually did it the opposite way around because they ran some numbers that I have not ran and all this stuff. So that's why I threw it up both directions, because that's how I've always done it. Is the annual is basically you're paying, 12 months up front, so we'll make it a little bit cheaper. Whereas, monthly, we're actually going to charge you for each of those months. But I mean, this is where testing works, man.
Yeah, you got to test
both ways.
You got to
see what your customer. I mean, and the customers give you feedback. You just ask about it, like, oh, what'd you think about the fact that I had these two different offers? And they're like, well, I thought it was a bunch of crap, honestly. Or they loved the fact that there was a monthly option. But if you're not even offering a monthly option, then they don't have a chance to love it. Joe over here said he makes money on his maintenances.
Okay, Big Joe. Make that money.
Yes, sir. I love it. I'd love to hear how you're doing it. And I'm assuming that, your customers keep repeating, so we're not having any sort of churn from that or anything.
He said, air scrubber is great. I've had a air night for over 10 years. Same story. I have a IPG and a traditional air night in my home with the April Air media filter. Is amazing, preventing spreading germs in the home.
100%.
Yeah. See, that was the type of stories you just tell clients, like how you just slanting like that. You got a story and you stand behind the product.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I sold a lot of air scrubbers back in the day, literally. Like, I mean, you just walk in and they're sneezing, dude. But like a lot of people won't use that as an opportunity. Like, oh man, you got bad allergies right now? Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, I haven't really had that problem since I installed my air scrubber. What the hell is an air scrubber? Okay, let's get into that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, and I just made a sale right there. Like, it didn't even do anything. Like, people make some of this stuff hard, but anybody using NAN here? Yes, I am AO. I use NAN for a couple of different things. I'm currently doing it. I make a YouTube video and it'll automatically create a blog post for my page and whatnot off of the YouTube video. I don't use it for a lot of things. I use Zapier still. I realized we went like non-HVAC there for a second. And that might have been like
what's NAN?
That's it's just a way that you can build a workflow. So way to have one thing on the internet do something else or like combine with another thing.
Oh, okay.
So you can just combine a whole bunch of different platforms and stuff. So we kind of do the same thing with Zapier. We'll connect like House Call Pro to, we operate off of High Level ourselves. And so we'll connect House Call Pro to High Level so that we can ask for reviews through High Level and all this different kind of stuff. And NAN is just one of the newer ones that's out here that is super powerful and can connect pretty much stinking anything on the internet with anything on the internet. You just got to come up with it in your brain first.
Said we also profitable with energy saving agreements, ESA. We target duct flaws constantly. You know what's so crazy? People don't. A lot of companies. Well, I'm not sure with your area, but I know a lot of companies around here during the old times, they would just slap the unit in and never change the duct system. And then once we went to the inverters and start converting over, that's when we've seen a lot of motor fails.
Yeah, you definitely need to be running load calcs if you are not, because nobody in the past did, like ever really. we ran across a lot of these over here where Sears did the install back in the day. Sears had a whole crew of freaking HVAC dudes, and they would come in and install, and they would put a 4-inch duct to every single room, and so the entire duct system was nothing but 4-inch ducts.
So Sears had their own.
That don't work.
So Sears had their own crew.
Yeah, back in the day, like I'm talking like 80s.
Yeah,
maybe early 90s.
Because because sometimes I watch YouTube and I have a habit. I don't know. I'm obsessed with hearing people's stories, seeing how it was started. So Sears they used to build houses, right? They used to make when they first opened up, they had like a magazine and you could make like they had design houses that they could build for you. It was kind of crazy.
I don't know anything about the designed houses. Yeah. I mean, I used to go to Sears all the time back in the day, but it was for clothes.
I think this was before we was even born. We was even thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to get the Sears catalog. I used to love that back in the day.
That's where it came from. It was like that first catalog. They had like house supplies and stuff on there.
Yep.
Now they done closed. They done got that money. Now they closed. It's kind of crazy. The time we ain't nothing gonna be left except for Walmart and goddamn Amazon.
Right?
Yeah. They just closed down the Amazon grocery store. They had like an Amazon grocery store. I think they started closing them down.
Oh, that's that one that like it shopped for you or whatever.
Yeah, they started shutting them down.
Okay.
It's crazy. So also pull a heat load.
Yeah, always. Now, even if the freaking customer can't afford a duct system and they've already voiced that they can't afford a duct system, you need to tell them that they need a duct system so that you're covering your own butt. Because if you're like, here's a brand new system that you're going to pay $15,000 for, and then it still doesn't heat or cool properly because you didn't address the duct system, but you didn't get it in writing. For some reason, you need to put this stuff out there.
For some reason, I rephrase everything back like a straw when I tell them about ductwork, like a straw that got holes in it. You might have a young guy with strong lungs and he's blowing in the end of the straw, but it's not receiving on the other end. It's the ductwork. You need to upgrade it to have better airflow.
Yep. How do you feel about LG VRF systems? Man, I can't tell if your screen froze or if you're just sitting there looking. No, oh, okay. I for real thought that you froze.
I was looking because we about to go down in this damn chat. We almost at an hour too. Oh yeah.
Right on. Let's get it.
No, it's bumping though.
I don't have an opinion on LG VRF systems. I've only worked on one, and I only installed Mitsubishi, so I don't know.
Don't ask me. I have no damn clue,
man. Hopefully, they're not one of those that you have to have a stinking adapter so that you can hook your refrigerator hoses up to them, like those freaking Fujitsus and crap, where you've got to have the 5/8 to whatever the hell.
He said the LG VRF doesn't belong in residential.
Sounds good to me.
Anything to make it more complicated, we don't need it. Man, I appreciate everyone tuning in, though, man. That's some love, man. At least we got a good little turnout.
Yes, sir. No, it's been a great conversation. I'm super stoked that I'm glad that you've had me here.
I know, Mark, you're my main man. You're my main man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my main man. I tell you, good with me, man. You good with me. That was kind of crazy when we got on that live, and I didn't know you did HVAC. I'm like, okay, man. I'm gonna keep saying every time we talk. I didn't know he do HVAC. You know,
this whole time. No, I'm just really quick with the Chat GPT.
I never really looked at your page, so I was like, man, well, he must know some HVAC or something, or maybe he's like a tech guy, something like that. But you know, once you start talking and explain, and it brings a full circle. So that's kind of crazy because, like, I never see myself out of doing HVAC. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like something new for you, you know, kind of like our NFL player who's been playing football all his life, and then now he's not playing football. Now they got to figure out what he's doing besides HVAC. I haven't got to that part yet, you know.
I mean that's exactly where it was, man. I was at an impasse in my life, and I needed to make a decision. And I almost went back to HVAC. I'm not gonna lie. My back is not in good enough shape to do it solo. So I would need like some funding to be able to hire some employees right out of the gate. Otherwise, I would also need to go service, because I spent 7 years in install, man, and my back is rough. 15 years in HVAC total.
Yeah.
Not including, you know, my HVAC marketing stuff that we do and whatnot, but
sound like Steven over there.
You're right. You take that back. No, just kidding.
Not wrong with that, man.
But yeah, no, and then I almost went handyman, dude, because like I love tinkering with stuff. I love doing all that crap. I spent a lot of my younger years doing all the digital stuff. And the more I thought about it, like literally like the last 2 years of my HVAC career, I was in the office, and the only thing that I did was freaking digital crap. So everybody in the office was not smart as far as it comes to the IT stuff. And so like I had to pull everybody out of the fire all the time with the IT stuff. And then, you know, the more HVAC guys I talk to, like most HVAC guys are the same way. Just the tech stuff gets overwhelming. We get online and all that stuff. There's just so much, just like, you know, you get into the HVAC. Once you jump into HVAC, there's just so much crap that you have to learn on top of doing your own stuff that guys can't do all this themselves. So I was like, you know what? I can do it. I'm doing good. Like I enjoy this. I was enjoying building websites and all that kind of crap. And so here we are, man. And it's been an evolution to get here, and I'm building my business literally off of a direct need as it comes. So I started out doing automations and crap, but like every single client that I was getting really was not ranked on Google, was not getting the calls in. So all my automations were just sitting there freaking useless, because in order for the automations to work, you got to have customers coming in. And so we branched out. We started going to the SEO route. We were doing paid advertising. I've dropped all that off because I don't really believe in it anymore.
I want to stop this here. This is the only SEO guy I trust.
Okay. Right on. I wasn't trying to sell. I was just trying to tell you a story. But
that's the only SEO guy I trust, man. That's
right on, man.
Go to Mark.
But anyway, so we just you know, I just do whatever business is needing right now. Like the main need that I see, pretty much like 90% of the HVAC guys out there, the good ones, And we only work with the good ones, by the way. If you're just out here trying to sell a $30,000 unit to a 95-year-old lady, like just keep on keeping on, man. Go somewhere else. There's a guy out there you can pay money to. He'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But not me. We're here for the small guys. We're here for the mom and pop shops that are would bend over backwards for every single one of their customers out there. And that's I believe that those are the people that we need to reinforce in this community and proliferate. We need to make more of those. Care about your customers, guys. You wouldn't hire me if I didn't give a shit about your business. Like, why would anybody hire you if you don't give a shit about them? Like, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox on that one now.
Boom, baby.
Boom.
How many years you got left? I don't know how many years I got left, man. I just thank God for my health right now, and I just thank God for the knowledge that I have. I'm just winging it out, man. I'm just winging it out.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I've been trying to do other things with this. Hopefully, I could go to the educational side and coaching side as well. So I love just talking and seeing people that was in the situation I was in. I could give them an answer, because it was a time when I was looking for answers, and I found the guy who I could call and give an answer. So I feel like it's my right to pass it down. Someone passed it down to me, so it's like I have to pass the torch down to other people who need it. That's how we keep it going. Because if we don't, then all this stuff that we're doing will perish.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah, but man, I think we have
exactly, Matt. That is exactly what I used to always tell my techs. Treat everyone like your grandma's house. Would you do that to your grandma? Then probably don't do it to your customer. Well, sometimes they can't pay for a motor, and that's a different scenario.
Baby, don't fix that. Air for me, baby. Grandma hot. Yeah, you gotta take care. I got a rule. Take care of the grandmas, take care of the single mamas, man. Just take care of people, man. Yeah, take care of you.
No, straight up, dude. The better and they can feel it. You can feel it, man. Like when somebody's actually gives a crap about you.
Yeah,
you can feel it. And
like I just had a client. There was renters, but the owner came and left some money for me. And then when the tenant opened the door, she was like, I told her who I was. She's like, "You Willie to go?" I like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh yeah, you all right." They just relax. They know I'm going to do the job. Build. That customer confidence. It takes a long way more than just getting over them, because the people that usually get over on people, they end up selling the business and leaving it to somebody else. Pump and dump.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that person that knows that you did the right thing at every turn, I guarantee you they remember that, and I guarantee you that they've told other people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of guys that's like that, that's doing pretty good and making good margins. We got to get away from this social media, all this propaganda of making all this crazy money. You can make good, decent money and still live within a good margin instead of just charging everything.
Yep. Yeah. You don't have to charge $800 for I keep bringing an $800 capacitor up because this was brought up in a previous post of mine. Like $800 for a capacitor, dude. Like, even if you put a freaking Turbo 200X on everybody's freaking system, which is, a freaking expensive capacitor, but it's got a 5-year warranty and all that good stuff. But even if you put a Turbo 200X on everybody, like, it shouldn't be no damn $800 capacitor, man. And then they changed the name of it. It's like
they stopped doing the name and naming something else.
It's not even called a capacitor, so the customer can't look it up anymore. It's some sort of like in phase monitoring.
I call them kabobulators. Kabobulators.
Yeah.
Man, that's all good, man. I
appreciate y'all. $99 lifetime warranty. Okay. Is that for the Turbo 200X, Joe? Willie, what's your go-to brand? Asked by KD here.
Said, "What's my go-to brand? Whoever
Yes,
doing
sir.
whoever doing good business with me is my brand. I install anything, long as when I pick up the phone and you call and I say it's an issue, and we can straighten it out. Cool with that." Because right now we're in a transition between 410A and the 454 and 32 and stuff like that. But we still got a lot of 410A systems right now. And you know what companies are doing right now? If you got want to replace something, you can't replace it unless it's under warranty or you install that unit. Just FYI, they might have the coil in stock, but they're not gonna give it to you unless it's under warranty or you their favorite person at the counter.
Wow.
So it's gonna be a lot of that going on. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Because I had
So
called one time for an air handler that needed a coil or a part or something, but they said they weren't doing it unless it's under warranty. So I guess they saving whatever's left in the inventory for the warranty people of the 410, because you still got people who are still installing the rest of their 410A systems right now, whatever they got left.
Yeah, and honestly, so like another way that we know that the government's full of crap, but they just like rolled back and they're saying that we can start selling 410A systems again because
because there was one.
Yeah, their money is involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess somebody must have got up there to the high ranking because when they're gonna make it a law that you can't install anymore 410A, right?
Yep. They weren't supposed to sell it anymore past, I think it was January or something like that.
Yeah.
But maybe like last year. But now, they just rolled out a new thing because they realized that like a lot of money was involved, which is the whole reason I believe for the first phase out to begin with is we got to get some sales generated and money moving.
I know a few guys that was sitting on quite a few 410A systems.
Yeah, AMRAD is what's up, dude. Do you install AMRAD capacitors? That's those like the turbo and stuff. They also have like the actual 5, 7.5 and all that stuff. They're made in America. It's good. They're honestly like my favorite capacitor brand, to be honest with you. They are probably the best capacitor brand. If you guys aren't stocked, here's a little tech tip for you. If you're not stocking those Turbo 200 minis, I believe it is, you should be, because they cover like 3, 4, 5, all that stuff, and they're like still only $10, as opposed to the Turbo 200X, which is like a $90 capacitor. The little mini, which covers basically all of your blower motors and all your condenser fan motors. Throw that on your truck as a universal for when you run out of a 3 or you run out of a 4, because it never fails. You go to one ream unit and it takes a 3, then the very next unit you go to takes a freaking 3. And
now that you say that, I might end up starting buying it because I hate that. You go to want to take a 7.55 now. You go to a ream, it's 3. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. And do not put a 5 in if it's supposed to be a 3, by the way. You're way out of parameters on that. I'm cool if you do have a 40 and you install a 45 or something.
Yeah.
But you cannot go from a 3 to a 5. It's the percentage. So
you say I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, we can't buy 410A units.
I think they're going to bring that back, KD, though. Like, I think they're going to start selling them again back over in Phoenix because there's too many of them out there. They manufactured a whole bunch of them and haven't made all the money that they wanted to make yet.
Yeah.
Government haven't gotten all the taxes from all those sales quite yet.
So a lot of off-brands still got 410As. I have a bunch of air handlers at our distributors.
Yep. You guys got any questions out there? Anything that you've been struggling with, whether it be HVAC or whether it be business-wise, whether it be like completely unrelated family-wise, we're here to help. At least I am. I don't know what Willie's here for, but
I'm ready to eat my spaghetti.
Right on. I was trying to come over to the dude. Like we got Little Caesars right before this, and
what's crazy? I had read a book on how Little Caesars got started.
Okay.
It was in the same book as the Subway guy. I think What is the book called? Start small, finish big. I think that's what the book called or something like that. I think the guy who created Little Caesars, he was I think a major league baseball player or something like that, and he ended up getting injured. And he used to
Okay.
make pieces out in a club, like a little spot inside the club. He would make pieces, but at the time, pizza wasn't considered like food, adult food. They would think like it was for kids and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then he ended up getting his first shot. He said he was only doing takeout because nobody went doing takeout. That's why all the Little Caesars you can't sit down and it's only takeout. And he just went from
Okay.
there and grew like that. It's kind of crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You said it also had the Subway guy in there. Is that the guy that's in jail right now, or
No, not the
Okay.
not Jared. It was another guy. It was the guy who
That's why I
created.
started laughing when you were saying
Oh
it's got
no
the same
no
guy as Subway.
no! It was the guy who created Subway. It was two guys, but it was the young guy who created the Subway. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. When is the right temperature to go jet skiing?
Look at him.
Oh, I mean, we talking water temperature or air temperature. So I prefer the air temperature to be in the 90s minimum, but the water temperature, I don't really care where it's at as long as the air temperature is warm enough. Now, if the air temperature is not up there, like even 80-degree water,
he just trying to show off because HVAC brought him some jet skis and all that.
Oh yeah, did it? Nice. In which case, tomorrow is the best day to go jet skiing. Let's see, looking into branding or making our own product. What do you think? And can we find someone that will guide me? I mean, I'm going to need a lot more context than that, to be perfectly honest with you. Feel free to hit me up in my DMs or something. We can go into that. But yeah, there's a million different ways to do a million different things. And so I'd need a lot more context before I could guide you on that one. Any of y'all would need 1-star Google reviews removed? No, thank you, Mark. We're good. If you guys do need 1-star reviews removed, I do got a YouTube video up and stuff. Don't respond to the review first and foremost. As soon as you respond, it makes it real, and then you can just go in and dispute it. Blah blah blah. But I've got a YouTube video. Don't hire anybody. They can't do anything that you can't do. Literally, they can't.
I'm in South Richmond. Okay, Brad. I don't think he's too far from Jimmy either. They all in Virginia. I'm like 4 hours from Virginia. Where you located at, Mark? Where you?
I'm over in Oklahoma currently.
Oklahoma.
These days. I say these days. I grew up in Oklahoma, and then I, military, all that stuff. So I lived in Italy, and I actually lived in Virginia for a little while too. But I'm not a fan.
What's the weather like in Oklahoma? Do it get real hot or?
Dude, like all around the rest of the country, this year's been stupid. I don't know what our weather is like anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. It's been like 80 degrees for the past week.
Did y'all have any snow?
We did. We got like 9-10 inches of snow here like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And then ever since then, it's been like 80 degrees. So the snow was on the ground for maybe 4 days. We got hit with, that we had some like negative temperatures through some of those nights. Typically, that's kind of what we deal with. Is we'll typically deal with maybe a week of sub-zero temperatures a year, and then we'll deal with maybe 2 weeks of above 100 per year on average.
He says,
we get both ends.
This is going to be my last few questions. He said, so I just got out of HVAC school and started applying for one of the companies. Said that I should lie about my experience on my resume. I have a school experience, but in about 6 weeks, what should I do? I'd probably say I wouldn't lie. That's what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't lie, but you should be up and honest about wanting to get experience so you could be able to be trained. Because the last thing you need to say is you got experience, because they're going to test you. You say you got experience and they take you on them job site or job interview and they ask you what superheat and all these other questions that you don't know. You look kind of crazy.
I mean, to be fair, I had a guy that was like 40 years in, and he didn't know what super heat was either. But
yeah,
it didn't go too good. He legitimately had the 40 years. He just, beer can colded it the whole way.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. No, you cannot do anything different than any of these guys can do. You can remove the reviews the exact same way that we can remove reviews. I realize you have a software that's going to report the review multiple times, but these guys can do that too. So please stop trying to peddle in the comments section. And there he goes again. Anybody, are you able to delete this guy? Mark Grigorovici, he's dropping phone numbers.
I just did.
All right. Oh, dude's born in Clinton. Dude, I've been wanting to go to Clinton. I need to hit that lake up over there. We got Lake Foss over there. And it is on my bucket list. I have not fished it yet, but I would love to head over to Clinton at some point. In an attic or a basement. I am in my office, which is on the main floor. How about you, Willie? Where you at?
Attic or basement? Talk about where I'm at right now. I'm on the top.
Yes, it says, are you guys in attic or basement? Or attic or basement?
I'm in my top floor, second floor in my room.
Nice.
In my media room that I'm about to get together.
Heck yeah, man. I've been working on mine, as you can see.
I see you got your little thing together.
Yeah, we're getting there, man. Making moves. I got a little rocket lava lamp going right up over here. Anyway, I'm getting it there.
Yeah, like I was telling the guy, don't lie, man. Just be honest. If that company is not for you, then someone else will hire you, man. Just be honest and be upfront of who you are. You want to learn. You have nothing to lie about. Just you want to learn. You want to get in the field. You're hungry. That's it. Because the minute you lie, they're gonna try to test you. And the minute you don't know nothing, they're gonna train you or they're gonna fire you.
Yeah, or something even like worse, like
you might
drop your pay down, man. Like, if you get hired on at $30 an hour because you fed them full a whole bunch of crap, how painful it is to get a paycheck at $30 an hour and then come back next week and you're at 20 an hour, like shit.
Or they might put you in a position to show you to see if you know what you're doing and you damn kill yourself.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%.
A lot of guys doing that. Dude, don't know a damn thing. Go out there and try to find out on their own. Now they deep into something.
Now they're over there messing with 460 and don't have a clue about even how 120 works. And
get fried. Say be coachable.
Yep.
Yeah, what Elijah say. Oh man, I think we had a good outcome, man. What you think?
I think so, man. I think so. Make sure if you guys are watching this after the fact, go ahead and drop in some comments on what you would like the topics of discussion to be next time. Anything that's holding you guys up. Make sure that you're active in the comments because we can't help you out if you don't raise your voice. You don't raise your hand. We have to know. So, and we'll see you in the HVAC is Life group.
All right, guys, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm out, man. I don't got nothing else to say. Appreciate you, man, for even finally we got together, man. So yeah,
finally,
we're just running like that for the group. Maybe a few lives, and then probably add some people in.
100%.
As we Love go. It. I like the question answer thing and people just talking, just general talk. All right, my boy Brad, I'm gonna come to you and ride that jet ski you got now. Let me ride the real one. I think the real one yours. All right, man.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.